So the first part that we're going to talk about here is for your control task for your communicating information, and it's split into two sections. One is a leaflet and the second is a presentation. Okay, so you can see here you get 16 marks for your first draft of your leaflet and your first draft of your presentation. You can get feedback then from yourself when you give yourself, so you get 2 marks for each section. You get feedback from your peers on how to improve. You get a mark for then making those improvements from your first draft to your final draft. And then this accuracy and plausibility is spell checking your presentation and your leaflet. So how do we get all of these marks down the bottom? Now this is the formatting. Okay, so you have to print screen and show that you are completing certain tasks within a PowerPoint and a leaflet. So I'm going to show you how to do a load of them now. So if you go into PowerPoint, what you need to do is make sure you create a master slide. So you would then go into View, Slide Master, and you need to go to the Master of Master Slides, which is up the top. So I've just put in a little logo to the left, so it looks like a website. This DM clothing is from what's called Cool Text. So if I go to Cool Text, I have just chosen whatever font that I wanted, put DM clothing because that's my brand, and I've just copied the image and pasted it onto my PowerPoint. All right, so when I run it, you can see that if you wanted an animated one, you can get an animated one, but at the moment it looks quite cool. So at the bottom, I've got some action buttons. Okay, to put some action buttons on, you can see they are at the bottom. So we've got previous, next, or home button. And we're going to do some navigation buttons. So all I've done here is put on a shape and I've added some text. And in order to get them to hyperlink, you just click on the outside, right click. Okay, so what you do is you go to link and then place in this document. So this is my slide 1. Okay. And the same with this one. So you'd right click, go to link, slide 2, etc. Okay, and it would hyperlink as you're going along. Okay, so that's your hyperlinks. We've got your headers. We've got consistency in the layout. I've got a footer down the bottom. I can insert a text box. And then I can add page numbers for the page number mark. Slide number, put that at the bottom. And if I have a look at my actual marking grid, okay, so just very simply, what have I got? So I've put auto shape as a background. I've combination of text, so I've got an image on there for my logo. I have got page numbers. I've got a footer. I've got macros because that hyperlink can count as a macro. So already, just on my master slide, I have got 3 out of the 4 of the more advanced skills, and I've got 1, 2 of my simple skills. Right, that's just on one page. And what the good thing about a master slide is when I close it now, every time you add in a new slide, you've got the layout and everything already. All right, so it means that there's consistency. Okay, so if I take that one off, so then the other marks you can get are for customized bullet points. All right, so we've got just some text on here. We've got word art, so we can insert word art and put it on there. So whatever word art you want. We've got bullet points. So to do bullet points, we've got bullet points here, and they're the simple bullet points, but we can do customized bullet points. And to do them, we can customize. And if we go to Wingdings or Webdings, we can do maybe some glasses or whatever. Okay. And they are customized bullet points. So each one of these skills you need to print screen onto a Word document to show the moderator. So where we might need to just resize certain bits of text just to make sure that they're not over our navigation buttons. And you can just do some different styles for your pictures and things. So have a nice play around with it. Get rid of the white borders. And make sure everything fits onto the page. Okay, so we've got different fonts and styles. So we've got some different marks for different fonts and styles here. We can change the color scheme, so we can fit it with our house style a little bit more. You can remove the white in the background by playing around with the picture. And let's have a look, remove background, so you can do it like that. Or you can go to the color, set transparent, and you can set transparent for the white there. Okay, so we've got navigation, hyperlinks, we've got lots of different images. Now the only other thing, we've got a merging of cells. Okay, so this is for your advanced mark. Now, if I took off the transformation of the table, we've got different, obviously we've got the merging of cells here. So if we go to layout, if I take off merge cells, okay, this is what it would be normally. Okay, so what we've done is we've highlighted the two columns and we've merged them so that two cells become one. All right, so that's easy enough to do. Okay, merging of cells, it means taking more than one cell and then turning them into just one cell. So if we have a look at the mark grid now, we've changed fonts and font styles. So we've got bold, or changing the font colors. We've got word art there. Auto shapes, you can see auto shapes here. So for different star ratings, it's up to you what you do. We've got tables. Now we've got an advanced marks for the tables. Look, using the merge cells. So obviously if you've got a table and you've got a merge cell, that's fine. Simple bullet points, and then we've customized the bullet points down here. We've got headers. Now, where it says you can use data from different sources, what's really nice to put on is what's called Smart Art. So on here, you can choose maybe different like cycles that you can put on, and it can tell you, I can change the color, and a different style, color changes, and resize. Okay, so you can make, order, payment, you know, you can just do a kind of like a circle of what could happen for the process of making your orders. All right, so that's really nice. I really like the Smart Art, and it just shows an extra skill. Okay, so some of the other things you could do, we've got a transition. So transition means to move from one slide to the next in a certain way. So we could have it as random bars, for example. And the other thing, we've got animations. So that could be animations coming in for certain shapes. If I run this animation, you can see things come flying in different ways. All right, the other things you can do, we can have some sounds on there. So we could have a simple sound as it's going from one page to the other. We can have maybe a cash register effect. So if I run that now. All right, so you've got the sound.